Ever wonder how they come up with those big settlement numbers? Let me explain how personal injury claims are calculated. Personal injury claims basically follow the same pattern no matter what the injury is, what causes the injury. Whether it's a car accident, a slip and fall, a trip and fall, any other type of product defect case causing an injury, the evaluation and calculation of damages is always the same. Let's take a car accident case, the most typical type of personal injury case. In a car accident case, the first thing we're going to do is look at who caused the accident. Is it extremely 100% clear that the other person was the sole cause of the accident? Or are we dealing with a situation where our client is partly at fault also? Or in some cases, we have multiple defendants that contributed to the cause of the accident. First, we're dealing with fault. Oftentimes, it's 100% the fault of the other driver, let's say in a car accident case. In Florida, we follow something called a contributory fault, which means that even if the driver admits that they're at fault, they can also claim that our client was partly at fault themselves, so that gets taken into account. The second thing that is put into the evaluation and calculation of a personal injury claim is the amount of your damages. And your damages are essentially broken down into economic damages and non-economic damages. And the economic damages are generally medical bills up to the date of a settlement. We call those past medical bills, and then a calculation of what your future medical bills are going to be as a result of your injuries. So we're taking all of that past and future medical bills into account. We're also taking into account the extent of your lost wages. And when we go to resolve your claim or settle your claim, anything from that day in the past is called past lost wages. Anything in the future that you haven't yet lost but are expected to lose is called loss of earning capacity. A perfect example would be a client who works a manual labor job. Let's say they build homes. They're a bricklayer. And as a result of the accident, they can no longer be a bricklayer making $50,000 a year, and they don't have the other educational background to go out there and do a job making a similar amount of money. So those clients sometimes have a loss of earning capacity. They're not going to be unable to work for the rest of their lives. They're just going to be unable to make as much as they did prior to the accident. We calculate that loss of earning capacity. We use experts such as vocational rehabilitation experts to help us determine what the loss of earning capacity is. And then to calculate those damages, we also bring in an economist, which is required under the law, to bring all of that future loss of earning capacity back to present value. Those are the economic damages, the medical bills and lost wages, past and future. Then we have the non-economic damages that are broken down into what is generally referred to as pain and suffering. But in Florida, pain and suffering is really 7 different elements. You've got compensation for your pain, your suffering, your mental anguish, your inconvenience, your loss of enjoyment of life, and your disability and scarring. So pain and suffering is the term we commonly use, but it's really 7 different elements. So we then also figure out what your past pain and suffering is worth. And we also, working with your doctors and other experts, we figure out what type of non-economic pain and suffering damages you're going to have in the future. So that goes into the evaluation of your future pain and suffering. So all of those things, starting with how the accident happened, one of the things that are really important in car accident cases is what does the damage look like to the cars? Is it just a tiny dent on the bumper, or is your car totaled? All of those factors go into the evaluation and calculation of damages in a personal injury claim. If you have any other questions regarding the calculation or worth of your personal injury claim, please give me a call. I'll be happy to discuss it with you. The consultation's always free. We can do it over the phone. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.